Love knows no borders. On the show today, we will talk about 31-year-old Hamid Ansari, a young software engineer from Mumbai. He crossed over into Pakistan from Afghanistan and that restive Khyber Pakhtunkhwa area for his lady love. He was arrested. He's been in jail for the past 3.5 years. Today, we've all assembled here to talk about Hamid Ansari and how best can our boy be brought back home. With me, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, superstar. She's played the role of Dalbir Kaur in Sarabjit. Also with me is Ansari, Hamid's mother. She's a lecturer in Mumbai. Dalbir Kaur, she's fought a relentless battle for 23 years to bring her brother Sarabjit back home. Unfortunately, that was a battle we didn't win. Also with me is Randeep Hooda. Randeep has played the role of Sarabjit in this movie. And National Award winner Umang Kumar, he's also with us on the show. But first, let's talk about young Hamid Ansari. What made this young software engineer go to Pakistan from Afghanistan? This is his story.
A young IT engineer and an MBA graduate from Mumbai's Rizvi College. Hamid Ansari had a life full of opportunities waiting for him. But instead of chasing those dreams, Hamid is locked up in Peshawar's central prison in Pakistan. For over 3 years, Hamid Ansari's advocate father and lecturer mother have been waiting for some news of their son. It was in 2012 that Nihal and Fauzia's younger son went to Afghanistan in search for a job, and he never came back. After not hearing from their son, Nihal and Fauzia went through their son's email. What they found out left them stunned. Hamid's emails and chats revealed that he was in Pakistan trying to help a woman who was being forced into marriage. Wanting to get in touch with their son, Nihal and Fauzia then approached the Pakistan High Commission, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and even the Supreme Court. But nothing happened. Help finally came across the border when a Pakistani journalist got in touch with them.
पाकिस्तान की एक जर्नलिस्ट जिसका नाम जीनत शहजादी है, उसने हमको फ़ोन किया. उसने फिर हमसे सारी डिटेल जाननी चाहिए कि एक्चुअली क्या हो गया, और हम उससे सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन अगर हम शेयर करते हैं तो शी विल हेल्प अस. वो लाहौर की थी और जो इंसिडेंट हुआ ये कोहाट में था. वो पर्सनली जा कर के हर एक कैरेक्टर से, हर एक इंडिविजुअल से जा कर के वो मिली.
Through Zeenat's help, Hamid's parents found out that their 31-year-old son had been picked up from the Hotel Palwasha in Kohar for not having the documents needed for an Indian to stay in Pakistan. He was later handed over to the military intelligence. Soon they managed to get in touch with Pakistan's Human Rights Commission. But just as Hamid's parents saw a glimmer of hope, Zeenat, the Pakistani journalist who had been following Hamid's case, went missing.
In this process, Zeenat भी जो बहुत मेहनत करी थी, वो वहाँ के जर्नलिस्ट, she got kidnapped. And when she got kidnapped, you can say that there was a full stop in our efforts.
It was only January 15 this year that the Pakistani government accepted that Hamid was in the custody of military intelligence and that he was being tried for espionage. Hamid was sentenced to 3 years in jail, but he's already spent more time in custody during trial. Pakistan media reports suggest that Hamid is being beaten in jail and that he's unwell.
My lawyer first time जब वो उनसे मिलने के लिए गई, so I have told her कि आप उसके सर पे अपना हाथ रखिएगा कि ये मेरा वो था. After वो आने के बाद जब उन्होंने मुझे बताई कि मैं हामिद से मिली और तुम्हारे कहने से सर पे हाथ रखा और जब मम्मी का नाम लिया तो he started crying. First thing I just asked कि उसने चश्मा पहना था या नहीं पहना था. So he said कि no, he was without specs.
Hamid's parents have petitioned the Pakistani government to consider the number of years he's already spent in jail as an under trial to be considered as part of his conviction. For now, Hamid is still in jail, and with each passing day, the hope of him coming back fades. With Vidya in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
But Hamid Ansari isn't an isolated case. There are about 400 plus Indians in Pakistani jail, including 54 prisoners of war from the 1971 war. There are several Pakistanis in Indian jails. So is it time that an initiative is taken to repatriate them so that there isn't another Sarabjit, there isn't another Kirpal Singh? Let's take a look at the plight of Indian prisoners of war and other Indian prisoners in Pakistani jail. Sarabjit's story shook the nation. A farmer in Punjab, he accidentally strayed across, and then for the next 23 years he was in a Pakistani jail. Sarabjit the movie. This is as much about Sarabjit as it is about the relentless war fought by Dalbir Kaur, his sister, to get him back. And Aishwarya, you've essayed that role. What made you play Dalbir Kaur? What attracted you to that role?
Firstly, I must say I'm really overwhelmed sitting in the company of these amazing ladies. They're divine. I think what they've been through, and to be sitting here for Dalbir ji to be recounting time after time what she has gone through, and in her amazing unconditional service to be there for as many families, for as many brothers, sisters, all the possible relationships that you can think of, and to give the way she has and she did for Sarabjit and for her own is divine. And I am blessed to even be in her company and here in front of Fauziya ji, to be who's sitting here. I don't know what it must take for a mother to be sitting here on a news show, appealing, recounting, trying to have people understand that she wants her son back.
You've swung through that hope and despair.
On celluloid, they're living it. They're living it. And when Umang came with the story, it was a given as a human being. So I'm not sure the word attracted is valid. Somehow our paths had crossed. I don't even think Dalbir ji would know this. लेकिन कई साल पहले जब आप वो petition करवा रहे थे लोगों से, दलबीर जी जब आप sign करवा रहे थे, that letter had reached me too as a celebrity, as an actor, to sign on so that there are as many voices that can help the case reach the higher authorities. And I was one amongst those who had signed. The idea of doing the movie is that people recognize the human journey, how a family's life can just completely get overturned by one incident,
as we see in Fauziya Ansari's case, you are swinging through that hope and despair. I mean, your son went there to meet his lady love to rescue her. What are you hearing from Pakistan now?
In fact, for 6 months there was no news at all. I was not knowing whether my son is dead or alive. But though I have lost everything but not hope, and in this, just to hope, just to have faith in God, I went to Makkah, just to surrender everything to God and ask God to help me. And I got a call from Pakistan journalist. This journalist told me that share story with me and I will investigate personally, thoroughly. And if I find your son is innocent, I'll help you.
And she is a very young journalist.
Yes, she is a just 22 years old young journalist. I shared with her everything, each and every word what my son has spoken to his Pakistani friends on Facebook, all chats. I had emailed her, and she was the journalist from Lahore, and this incident happened in Kohat or Khyber Pakhtunkhwa area, which is by train, it's a 8 to 10 hours journey. This young journalist used to travel to those places. She met each and everyone personally, and she was the one who met the person who called my son. She met those people, the girl's father, and to all those who were involved in this, who were in conversation with my son. And she inquired, really thoroughly she investigated. She found the address of the hotel where my son was kept. These friends, after keeping him 2 days with them, and they kept him in a hotel. She went to the hotel, inquired from the hotel that after hotel where he went. And she found out that he was arrested from this hotel. And the police, she reached to the police station also, and she took the statement, she got the statement from the police that yes, he was arrested by police, and the other officials were also with him. There were about 8 to 10 people who arrested my son, and they took my son with them. So at least this was the first information that she has given me, she has shared with me, and the incident was of 2012, and which I got from her in 2014. So after 2 years, I got this information that at least my son is in government's custody.
Hope is keeping you strong.
Yes, of course. When on 13th Jan 2016, beginning of this year, when the government announced to the Pakistan Peshawar High Court, and I got the judgment, I read the judgment with my own eyes, that military accepted that Hamid was in their custody, and he was tried for court-martial, and afterwards, after 1 month, I got another news that he has been sentenced for 3 years. So 3 years, hearing this 3 years, it was a big time. But then I considered that 3.5 years already he has completed in detention and custody. So then his period should be over now, and he should be back immediately.
We are all praying, we are all hoping he would come back home. और दलवीर जी, एक तरह से देखें तो कई बार ऐसा लगता है कि ये तो आपकी आप बीती ही थी, आपकी ही आप बीती है ये।
हाँ, जितने भी लोग यहाँ पकड़े हैं या वहाँ पर पकड़े हैं, सबका दर्द और पीड़ा एक सा है, वह हिंदुस्तानी है या पाकिस्तानी है, और सबके परिवार वालों को हिंदुस्तानी के किसी जो परिवार को पूछेंगे या पाकिस्तान के परिवार को पूछेंगे तो सब एक ही बात बोलेंगे, क्योंकि दर्द एक सा होता है। और सबसे बड़ी अफसोस की बात यह है कि जब भी कभी कोई पकड़ा जाता है एक दूसरे के देश में, तो वहाँ पर इंसानियत जो है वह ख़त्म हो जाती है, उसे बिल्कुल मार दिया जाता है। ये सोचा जाता है कि ये हिंदुस्तानी और पाकिस्तानी है। तो मैं शुरू से लेकर ही आज तक इसी एक बात को दोहराती आई हूँ, और लेकिन अफसोस मुझे यही रहा कि दोनों देशों की सरकारों ने और एजेंसीज ने और वहाँ के पुलिस, पाकिस्तान की हो या हमारी पुलिस फोर्स हो या उनके आर्मी वाले हों या हमारे हों, लेकिन शायद हमारे इतने देश के अंदर इतनी दखल अंदाजी नहीं होती है जितनी कि वहाँ पर होती है। तो मैं एक ही बात कहती आई हूँ कि जिन कैदियों को आपने 25 और 30 साल से हिंदुस्तान की जेलों में बंद किया, और हिंदुस्तानी कैदियों को आपने वहाँ पर बंद किया हुआ है, आज 30, 35, 40 साल हो गए हैं जिन लोगों को, तो शारीरिक तौर पर भी वो कमज़ोर हो गए, और उनको यातनाएं भी दी जाती थी, वो भी उन लोगों ने सही हैं। काम करने के लिए वह रह नहीं गए हैं, बच्चों को पाल पोस नहीं सकते हैं, कुछ मजदूरी नहीं कर सकते हैं, काम नहीं कर सकते हैं, जिनके भी ट्रायल भी शुरू नहीं हुए, लेकिन सजाएं उन्होंने 40 साल 35 साल काट ली। तो उन दोनों देशों को चाहिए बिना ट्रायल शुरू किए आपस में समझौता कर लें, उनका तबादला कर दो।
400+ Indian prisoners in Pakistani jails. What made you choose Sarabjit Umang?
This story had to be told. I mean, this movie was getting done 4 years earlier by Dalbir Kaur when Sarabjit was alive. You know, trying to tell the world that, see, my brother is there. Somebody somewhere would wake up and, you know, he would have come back alive. But while this process was taking so much time, that unfortunate incident happened, and the movie almost got shut. But when it came to me, again people asked, why are you making this film?
Yeah.
It was actually what you're just saying, is hope. I mean, in fact, people know about the incidents that happened, you know, and after that what?
On the broadcast now, I quickly want to cut across to Pakistan, because we've been trying to get a word from Pakistan, from Peshawar. I have Mashatullah Khan. He's the Deputy Attorney General of Pakistan. He joins us on the broadcast. He's in Peshawar High Court. Sir, welcome on India Today. What can you tell us? What's the latest as far as Hamid Ansari's case is concerned, that 31-year-old Indian boy, sir?
In fact, you see, as far as the case in the High Court, Peshawar High Court, that was concerned, that was a missing person. With all my efforts and the efforts of their lawyer Qadi Anwar Sahab, and with all the cooperation of the Chief Justice, as per request of the Qadi Anwar, we were able to locate him, that he was already in the hands of military court, and he was tried by the military court.
Okay, so he's been tried by the military court, is what you're saying. What is clear? Is it clear that he wasn't spying for any agency, that there was no espionage that was involved? He just went there looking for his lady love. Is that clear, sir?
Military court has only convicted him not for spying. They have convicted him only for passport and for illegal entry into Pakistan. So probably he will be released soon, because the application that they have already filed in the High Court, probably the next date is going to be within fortnight, and probably that application will be disposed of as under Section 382B. They will get the benefit of being released, and for the reason, because any time that you spend during the trial behind the bar, that is always accounted, because it is the precedent and it is mandatory.
And is there something that Government of India can do to urge you to perhaps release him quickly, to send him back to India, sir?
I think he'll be released, soon.
Okay. I have his mother with me on the broadcast, sir. Fawzia Ansari is with me. She's a lecturer here in Mumbai. Is there something you can tell her to reassure her?
I would say to her that keep a track of her son, because you see the activities and the pictures that we have on the record. You see, he remained the president of the Rotary Club, and he's a very responsible and very well educated person. And crossing the border and making stories like that he came to see his girlfriend because her parents were getting married her without her consent. So he came to rescue. So I mean to say, a person of his caliber should not have done that, I would say, that crossing the border without a visa when he already knew. And he is a very responsible person. He came to Pakistan before too in 2010. He got the visa for 90 days. So I don't know what was the problem with him by getting a visa even in Afghanistan.
Mashratullah Khan, Deputy Attorney General of Pakistan in Peshawar's High Court. Many thanks for speaking to us here, sir. Fawzia Ansari, you heard him. He's saying it's just a visa violation. It's just he didn't have papers to be in Pakistan. He's okay. He's safe, though he's in prison.
Yes.
Does that give you hope, ma'am?
Yes, of course. I'm thankful to government of Pakistan also, and thankful to government of India also, who really helped me. And I'm really thankful to my lawyers, who are angels, that they not only waived off my high fee, but personally showing the extreme humanity. They went and met him in jail. They found him and gave him all the medical aids, food, etc. So I'm really hopeful that if angels are involved, I'll definitely get my son back. So really this is a good thing. And I'm thankful to my lawyers. I'm thankful to each and everyone. I just hope, I have hope, and I'm really praying that God, my son should come back immediately. 3 years he got punishment. 3.5 years are over. There should be no delay. At least I can hear my son once. Please, I can hear my son once. That it will be, I'll be satisfied that he's alive. Though I have trust in my lawyers. I have trust in my government. They said he is there in Peshawar Central Jail. But I haven't heard him. I haven't seen him. For me it's like this only 3.5 years ago. I had kissed his forehead and said, goodbye, fi aman Allah. I am sending you in the shelter of Allah. Now, that Allah will bring him back. At least if I can hear him, I'll be in a peace, little peace of mind, little peace of heart I can get, if I can hear him once.
What bothers me the most is that fine, the young boy, what he did was not right. He should not have crossed over the border without the proper visas and documentation. That was wrong. Okay, so that is the wrong part that he did. So punish him for that part, right? So as she's saying that he's been already given a punishment for 3 years, he's already put 3.5 years in prison. So that means his punishment is over. They should send him back, right? Similarly, in the case of Sarabjit, for 18 years of his life in prison, he was convicted under the name of Manjeet Singh Rattu. It was not even Sarabjit Singh. It took 18 years to give him his identity of Sarabjit Singh Atwal back. And after giving that back, right, if he was convicted in some other name for a crime which he did not commit, after even giving that back, they would not let him out. It is because of the things that kept happening between the two countries, like Kargil and 26/11 and the hanging of Afzal Guru, for which it was a retaliation and he was killed. So here lies an opportunity for both governments, that, you know, okay, now it's a clear-cut case that this boy is not a spy, or he's not gone there to cause any harm to Pakistan as a nation or their military. So if this is established, then this is a great opportunity for them to come forth and extend a hand that, okay, fine, since this has happened, now he's done his punishment, served his sentence, so now he should be sent back with all, you know.
You heard Mashhadullah Khan. Does that
the sentence has been served? If that is very, very clear, that fact gives hope. I mean, he very correctly, in terms of what is the prerequisite as per authorities, has stated that that is something that he should not have crossed over without the adequate papers. So he has let his mother know that what is wrong, and by that measure they have felt he needed to be convicted. But if he has served his sentence, then if you are giving that, at this point, for a mother's sliver of hope, we would like that hope to get validated, and with a possible statement that he will come back, for sure. And it's an assurance. At this point, a mother will live in hope until, like she said, she hears his voice, she gets to see him. But she is seeking assurance. Hope is something we all can talk about, but hope is just not enough. That's keeping her going from one moment to the next. I can't even say from one day to the next, but she needs assurance. And if that is the crime, as we all are stating here, the nature of the crime is very clear. The conviction and the prerequisite for that is clear, and if by facts we know today that has been served, then it's time to bring him back home.
Umang, and here lies perhaps a change from whatever was happening in the past. There's not just a blanket terrorist kind of a case like in the case of Sarabjit or in the case of Kirpal. Here they've said, okay, the passport violation, visa violation is the crime, 3 years is the punishment, he's been in jail for 3 years. So perhaps there is a slight shift, or are we reading too much into it?
In this case, yes, there's a shift, and they've acknowledged, thank God they've acknowledged, and I mean, for her sake and for whoever is there other than Hamid, you know, anyone else is there, please, the same justice should be done over there. And in fact, in India also, if such a case is there, I would, you know, ask our government to do something about it. And yes, there is a major change from what happened at that point, and it's like that point is just by mistake, he just wandered off. There was no boundary at that. It happened 3 years later. Maybe if the boundary was there, he wouldn't have wandered off. I mean, yes, government has done, thank God, for what I could hear for your sons.
Since we're talking about hope,
yes,
what happened with Sarabjit has also been the reason for her to fear so much that this might happen again. So that is in the case in point that whatever happened with Sarabjit's case, in spite of being proved any which way, they still won't let him go.
Yeah, this is not on air, but just now she did utter that just before you rolled, that she said, I pray
it's not another Sarabjit,
that nothing happens to my son. I mean, she's not saying that on air, but that is something that she said, that's the fear with which she's living. She's like, I pray nothing happens to my son until I get to see him.
You noticed that change in the Pakistani attitude, that they haven't branded him a terrorist. They very clearly said, you've been following their media, you've been speaking to their journalists. What's the feedback that you are getting?
Yes, I'm quite hopeful that, thanks God, that he has not been sentenced for espionage. Is the only problem of crossing without proper documents. So this is the really, I can say, positive things are done. I have hope that he will be back.
While playing Sarabjit, I can imagine that, you know, here the family is relying on each other. She's got so much support around her. That poor boy is in jail and he's got nobody to talk to. In fact, other prisoners are probably around him are Pakistanis.
In fact, there was this unfortunate report that you were telling us about, that there was an incident with some hostile people.
Yeah, that I could read in media, it was published in news, that my lawyer argued that my son should not be kept in death cell, because I don't know what type of death cell it will be. He wanted for a better accommodation for him. So he got the answer that for security reason he was being kept in death cell because he was attacked by some fellow prisoners or someone, that I don't know, but this I read in media.
ये जो आशा निराशा का खेल है दलबीर जी, जो उसके बीच झूल रहे हैं सब लोग, क्या वैसा ही बिल्कुल आपको भी लगता था, कभी आस बंधती थी कि सरबजीत को छोड़ देंगे, या उस समय ये था कि मालूम ही था नहीं छोड़ रहे, आप बस आप जूझ रही थी, आप लड़ रही थी लगातार?
हर कैदी की लड़ाई के अंदर और जब पकड़ा होता है, परिवार को एक आस और उम्मीद होती है और ज़रूरत से भी ज़्यादा विश्वास हो जाता है जब कभी कहीं से भी छोटी सी आस की किरण नजर आती है। इसी तरह सरबजीत के केस में भी हुआ कि अनेकों बार बोला गया कि उसको उम्र कैद में तब्दील किया जा रहा है और वो वापस आ रहा है, उसे लौटा रहे हैं। और 26 जून को एक बार हुआ भी, सभी हिंदुस्तान और पाकिस्तान के चैनल्स पर भी अनाउंस हो गया और वो लोग बार बार खुद भी बोल रहे थे कि हाँ सरबजीत को छोड़ रहे हैं, लेकिन किन्हीं कारणों के वश जो कि उन पर दबाव था कि सरबजीत को ना छोड़ा जाए, तो उस वजह से उन्होंने नहीं छोड़ा।
उम्मीद तो यही है कि फौजिया जी, योर सन will come back and quickly. Are you in touch with anybody in Pakistan apart from these human rights lawyers and journalists that you were speaking to? Any minister, any powerful people who can help?
No, only I have two lawyers. One is Qazi Muhammad Anwar Sahab. He is a very senior lawyer. Then his assistant is there, Madam Rakshanda Naz. I am in contact with these two people only. Earlier I was in contact with the journalist, but she was not a lawyer. She has handed over the case to these lawyers, and the lawyers have really taken it very well, and I am hopeful that soon my son will come back.
A quick break at this stage. We are all hoping that Hamid Ansari will be released soon. There are aspects that Randeep has raised. What's it like being Sarabjit, or what's it like being Dalbir Kaur? Sarabjit Singh Atwal, a son, a father, a brother, an Indian, a farmer who accidentally strayed across into Pakistan, held prisoner for the next 23 years. What was it like playing Sarabjit?
I don't know. It was imagination. There was a lot of facts about Dalbir ji and her struggle, and it's very well documented. There are very few excerpts of things like his letters or their meeting and stuff like that. Very little was.
Just 1 3-minute video, I think.
And 1 3-minute video about him confessing to the crime, which obviously he had been beaten into to doing that. And the plight of a man who's just, having a good time in his field and walks across, gets caught and wakes up in Pakistan. In fact, he felt that he was in India only because he felt the language was the same, the people looked the same. It took him 3 days to realize that he's in Pakistan. So, keeping that in mind, and then they kept him in this little hole for 9 months and tortured with all kinds of things, because the funny thing was that the FIR for Manjeet Singh Rattu was filed 1 month before he was caught. Sarabjit was caught, and then they were shifted the crime. It was like, pakad liya hai to, let's have somebody. Otherwise, yeah, so I guess through those 9 months he describes them in a letter what all he went through, and one can't even imagine the kind of pain and the loneliness that one goes through. It took for 9 months for him to actually inform his family that he's alive, and then it took 18 years for him to meet his family. So the plight outside is very well documented. The plight inside, that's what I was asking her, that have you given him hope? Does he know that somebody is listening to him?
आप अभी तक जाके मिले नहीं, आप कोशिश भी नहीं की आपने मिलने की?
कोशिश तो हमने बहुत किया. I tried for visa like anything. If I wish I had a wings, though my legs are broken, if I had wings I would have flied and see my son at least once. Now he is behind the bars.
Is there something else, Aishwarya, that can be done, that should be done? You've lived Dalbir Kaur's life. Is there something that can be done to ensure that at least Hamid comes home quickly?
Here we are doing everything that we can. We are reiterating with our limited knowledge of the case. But when simplistically these blatant facts are put out there on the table, it seems pretty blatantly stated that the eventuality should be now and should be there for us to experience in the immediate, that is to see Hamid back with his family, because of the facts that you have put forth to us. That is, if this is the crime, this is the sentence, it has all been delivered, and now please bring him back to his family.
If there was no conflict, then who's going to buy the F-16s and this and that? I think it's a bigger force at play, not just India, Pakistan only. I think the conflict is kept alive by larger forces. That is my conspiracy theory.
For the whole world. I mean, contextually this is about our two countries, but this is happening anywhere and everywhere all over the world. Just as human beings, people who get caught in this overnight, and it's scary. It could be anybody. I'm sure she here sitting being a professor would have never imagined this her elder son's life is also, he's decided to just hold everything back until his brother comes back. Dalbirji did the same. I mean, you know, it just turns everything around. Sarabjit's daughters didn't get to experience their father at all. It's unfair. These trials on a human level is just so unfair.
Fauziaji, what else do you expect? What do you think can happen and should happen now that you know that the entire country is standing with you, hoping, praying that Hamid comes back quickly?
Yes, he should come back quickly. I can just pray and plead to each and everyone that the term is over, but our pain is not over. So we can't have more sufferings. Before anything else happens, send him back. He should be back. I request my government also talk to them immediately and tell him to relieve now. Should release him.
If you have one message for the leadership in Pakistan, what would it be?
I appeal them that release him on humanitarian ground. Humanity is above all. He is human being. He has not done anything wrong. His intention was good. So keeping all his intention, good intention in their mind, he should be released. Because the person, only one person is not suffering, the entire family, it suffers. So I can't explain our sufferings, how much we have suffered in 3.5 years, because the suffering, the approach of an ordinary person to reach to the government authorities, it's very, very difficult. Unless and until media came, otherwise our voice would have been, our tears would have been there only with us, with our dupattas, would have not come out. But thanks, media came, media supported with us, and our voices are reaching over there. So have some mercy on us, have some mercy on all the prisoners, all those innocent people who have done nothing. So they should be released immediately and should be back to their families.
You should tell the Pakistani government that you're going to give him 2 slaps when he comes back, because he did a mistake, but he is not a bad boy, so send him back.
He's not a bad boy, but he got the mistake, he got the punishment, more than the punishment.
Yes, of course.
He has suffered, and along with him we all have suffered. We all have suffered. A lot we have suffered. We have broken out, we have drained out financially, we have broken, literally I can say physically also I broke. I made an accident, my leg broke, now it is joined with rods and screws. I got head injury, when I walk I get giddiness, I can't walk alone. So many things.
He will, God willing,
You are not alone anymore.
You are not alone.
Yes, thanks. And I can't leave my job because the earning also has to be, my husband, he has to take voluntary retirement. He was forced to take VRS because in this struggle he has to be with me. He was a manager in Bank of India, but he could not do both the things together. I am a teacher, I am a lecturer, I have to go to college. At least one person's salary should be there to survive this struggle.
We're all hoping, we're praying that he comes back home quickly. Aishwarya, Randeep, Umang, Dalbirji, Fauziaji, many thanks for being a part of this show, and this is all about hope. We sincerely hope not just Hamid Ansari but all the Indian prisoners in Pakistani prison and the Pakistanis in Indian prison can be repatriated as quickly as possible. Many thanks for watching.